voice gone? Oh my god. That was so quiet. Where's my voice? Hello? Hello? I don't think I've spoken to... I haven't spoken in about 5 hours. Apparently I forgot how to do it. Hello, everyone. And good time zone. And what is up, gamers? Hello and welcome. Good lord, it is hotter than the depths of hell in my studio. Oh no. Oh no, I've just sat down and I've got a fan running. But woof. Anyways, this is Hollow Knight. And thank you for the reminder, Dark. I did a little sounds adjustment last stream. Anyways, hi. It's wonderful to be here. It's wonderful to see you. If the stream is bad, so be it. I'm tired. I'm trying my best. Anyways, hello. How are you doing? How is everyone? It's lovely to see you. Welcome on in, etc., 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 and some more, etc. Hello, Dark. Hello, Pickles. Hello, Joe. Thank you very much for the lurk. Thank you, thank you. Hope you are all well. Hope you had good weeks and stuff. I had a week. I'm in the Ancient Basin. What am I doing in there? I don't remember. Anyways. It's been a few weeks since I've been able to play Hollow Knight, so I don't... Oh, no, I remember what we're doing. I guess what we did last time was we cleared the White Palace. And you know what that means. There's something stupid we can go back in and do. There is something stupid we can go back in and do, and that is what I'm gonna do. If I have to. I guess. You see, there's a subsection of the White Palace that's worse. And now I already hate it here, so I imagine this is going to be super cozy and fun. If I can remember how to go there, which I won't, then we can do that. Hey, White Palace. How's it going? Pickles, a 20 stream steak! My goodness, hello, Pickles! Pickles says, how many times do you have to tickle an octopus to make it laugh? 10 tickles. Of course, it only has 8 of those, so the first 2 were test tickles. If you collect 20 steaks, you're apparently Fuzzy Pickles. I'll see myself out. Please don't go, Pickles. That was beautiful. That was truly one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life. Thank you. Thank you so much for the 20 steaks. Oh my word, that's so many steaks. I hope you enjoy them. Thanks for the fight, Milk Pals. Okay. I'm just tooting around. Do I have a... I don't have a map for this area. I love that I don't have a map for this area. Can you... Okay, but can you imagine Cornifer coming through and mapping this whole place? Can you help me eat them? I can't do all 20. Are any of them plant-based? If so, yes. Is this the way? I don't know. Oh, okay, yeah. Found it. It's my favorite room. It's everyone's favorite room. Look at the name of it. You can tell it's going to be a fun time because it's literally got pain in the name. Let's read this little doodad. To witness secret seals, one must endure the harshest punishment. Why? Okay, why though? Okay, but like why? Why do I? Can I go this way? Yay! That's a good start! Because we can, says Stark. Can we, though? Are you sure? Apologies in advance for the sound. No. No. Yay. You know I'm not going to make it any distance into this. I'm just gonna give up. I hate it here, by the way. In case anyone's wondering. Reasonable, says Stark. But here's the thing about I hate it here. It's fun. It's fun in a terrible way. It's terrible in a fun way. I hope. I was wondering, says Cranky. Well, now you know. And knowing is half the battle. If you're not familiar with the Path of Pain, I feel like the name kind of gives you an indication. Am I good at it? No. Obviously, I'm not good at it. This is my nightmare. But again, like, hopefully in a fun way. I don't know, I find something strangely meditative about doing something deeply annoying and difficult over and over and over and over and over again. There's that saying that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. Well, no comment. Like grinding your own ink, says Cranky. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'd love to do that. Listen, that sounds fun. If the definition of practice is doing the same thing over and over and expecting to improve, says Joe. Maybe the lesson here is to never try? Maybe the lesson here is to never try. Just 1,000 more strokes and you'll have some, says Cranky. Sounds fine to me. Yeah, why does the worst part of the game get, like, such good music, though? Because it makes you want to do it. And yet, I don't want to be here. This sucks. What if I just... Yep. This is gonna be a long stream, y'all. I hope you're ready. But yeah, no, I am very much an enjoyer of doing, you know, sort of pleasantly repetitive hand tasks, like hand sewing, for instance. I love hand sewing. I'm making myself a linen petticoat at the moment, and when the petticoat's done, well, it turns out I had to. Did I tell y'all on stream yesterday that I tore a hole in the knee of my trousers just before yesterday's stream started? It's quite sizable, so I'm gonna have to get a patch on this forthwith. I should probably do that before I finish my petticoat, because I'm probably not going to be done that for like a couple weeks. Oh no. Kirsty! Kirsty, hello. I mean, oh, pretzels, Kirsty's here. Hello, welcome in. How are you doing? It's wonderful to see you, and welcome. Whoa, Sammy, whoa, what are we doing? Well, mistakes are being made, I'm afraid. I'm sorry to say that we may just spend the next like two and a half hours in this room. If current experience is anything to go by, we may spend the next 2.5 hours in this room, notwithstanding breaks. But at least the music's lovely. Anywho, never mind. Oh yes, and Cranky redeemed the old-timey mid-Atlantic accent for the next 5 minutes, which is why I sound ridiculous and terrible. Anyways. Now, I hope you're having a swell day. I'm certainly having a day so far. Being bested by spinning saw blades and spikes. Good morning, Ernesto. Welcome in, and wonderful to see you as well. Hello. Can't even pogo off a saw blade without a bit of trouble. You know it's going to go well. Now, am I awake yet? No, most definitely not. probably doesn't help. I do have a delicious cup of matcha and a Lucozade Sport. Lemon lime. My favorite. It is actually. I drink quite a few of these. Now they do. Now it does say right here on the packaging. It does say how does it? Drink this if you're an adult who trains or takes part in sport. Now, would you guess whether or not I'm an adult who trains or takes part in sport? Now I will say the first half of that statement is quite correct. I'm an adult. I'm over 40 years old, in fact. However, when is the last time I took part in a sport? Does getting out of bed count? I mean, you're participating in the extreme obstacle course. Does that count as yes. You know what, Doc? I think it does. I mean, video game is an e-sport, right? Is it? I don't know what an e-sport is. I keep seeing adverts for it, but I'm confused. And I've never taken that much interest in sports, so no different when it's a computer game. Anywho, electronic sports activity, says Cranky. Yes, exactly. Look at me, I'm being very athletic. Thank goodness for hive blood. A very useful skill. Right. One of these days... one of these days we'll actually make it into... Anyways. Have you played Celeste? Asks Cranky. Yes, I loved it. It was wonderful. Lots of fun. Had a wonderful time playing Celeste. The only thing about Celeste is that it does seem to trigger my repetitive strain lately. Like my hand muscles just descended to... Oh, so is that why it's called... Is that why it's called the Path of Pain? Is that I'm just going to get hand cramp? Is that it? Is it called the Path of Pain because I'm going to get hand cramp? Oh, jeez. The B and C sides remind me of this kind of thing. No! What do I have equipped right now? Okay, hold up. Hold up. Alright. Okay, ding dong. Nope. Okay, where's the bench? I'm realizing something. I don't need this. I don't need this equipped. I do not want to have Sharp Shadow equipped right now. I don't need it. Not for this. Boo! Okay, hold up. Probably don't. I don't need strength either, do I? What can I add here? Don't know. Oh no, no, I like that one. Try a few more times and you can break your slots, right? Yeah, Yeah, that's true, Cranky, but that makes it bad. I normally favor deep focus as dark. Yeah. How many doodads is deep? That's so many doodads. Hold up. Okay. Can you have hive blood and deep focus, or is there no point? You can always add ice cream, says Mel. Oh man, I wish I had ice cream right now. It's so warm in here. It is, even with the fan like blowing directly at me, it is so stuffy. Hello, Mel. Welcome in. How are you doing? It's lovely to see you and welcome. What flavor, asks Cranky. That's a great question. What flavor? Okay, everyone, give us some ice cream flavors that you love. Mint for cooling, says Mel. Ooh, that's a good shout. I was thinking strawberry, but purely because I like strawberry. I tend to prefer fruity flavors in my ice creams. Like strawberry or peach. I do like a chocolate, you know, situation as well, or something like that. But I find that if I want to feel like refreshed and cooled, I want something that's got a little bit of fruity acidity to it. Not a hive blood fan either, says Kirsty. I'm just afraid if I don't have hive blood, I will die. Because hive blood doesn't mean that I don't have to have fight milk. And I'm very bad. Rum and raisin. I don't think I've ever had rum and raisin. I actually don't think I've ever had rum and raisin. Is that crazy? Is that wild? Probably. What if I just gave myself some blue raspberry fight milk? That seems... Do you want to know about my build? I don't want a backseat. It's fine. I'm mostly just trying to find something to take up space. I like hive blood. I feel like hive blood versus deep focus kind of 6 of one, half dozen of the other. I'm just afraid I'll run out of fight milk and then die. I just have 2 spaces, and I'm like, what can go there? So I'm just... And if anyone is yelling at the screen and being like, no, you need to do this, then it's fine. Thank you. The lift is back. Whee! Ow! No, I was too far up. God damn it. How did I do that twice in a row? Nobody knows. You do you, says Kirsty. Thank you. Frozen raisins sound crunchy, says Mel. Yeah, or do they stay chewy? I would imagine that they would stay chewy. Like a caramel situation, because there's so much like sugar in them, but I don't know. They stay kind of chewy. I mean, I do like periodically taking like jelly sweets and freezing them. That sounds kind of... Why have I never had rum and raisin ice cream? I don't know. It's just never like... I've never been drawn to it because there's usually strawberry. And strawberry is my straw baby. Yeah, man. Great timing. Yeah, that's cool because strawberries sometimes crystallize. I think it's because strawberries have significantly more water in them than raisins, because raisins have been literally dried from grapes. I think that must be why. If I had to guess. At least I think I figured out that I had Sharp Shadow equipped, and it's very much not the useful tool for this section of the game, because it futzes with your dash length, which means that if you're trying to dash in a fairly like tight space, you're more likely to accidentally dash directly into spikes and not be able to do anything about that. Not fun! But I'm so used to having it equipped for like combat stuff. And I do the combat-y stuff more often than I do these areas because I hate these areas. I'm just taking a quick sip of my beverage, by the way, so don't mind me. Birthday cake matcha in oat milk. It's so, oh my god, it's so good. I'll be honest, I couldn't tell you that the matcha was birthday cake flavored. It's just a little bit sort of, I don't know, there's a bit of a vanilla-iness to it, I guess. Shoot! At least I landed on the floor, so I didn't die. Are there sprinkles in it? Asks Cranky. Thankfully, no, because I feel like those would just melt down and make your drink look kind of gray. That's the kind of thing I feel like would be fun, and then you actually get it and you're like, oh. It's like, oh man, there's, so, in the realm of like silly coffee beverages from like chain coffee shops and that kind of thing, where they're like, whoa, let's go crazy and add all kinds of things to our coffee, which I really enjoy sometimes. Especially around like the holidays when they come out with the silly coffee drinks, like, oh look, it's a Black Forest hot chocolate and Terry's chocolate orange latte and whatever. I will try like most of them, but sometimes they'll put like, oh, it's a strawberry shortcake latte or something, and they'll put like cake crumbs on top of your drink, which is great, except for when you get a to-go beverage and they stick a lid on it and the crumbs just sink to the bottom, and at the bottom of your beverage you just get like this disgusting slurry of like mushy cake crumbs. Oh, that's it. They did a Kit Kat latte at Costa Coffee and I tried it. Excuse me. And honestly, it tasted pretty good, because it just tasted like kind of a mocha, because it was just coffee with chocolate in it. But they gave you a little mini Kit Kat, but they also sprinkled Kit Kat crumbs on top of the coffee. So when you got it to go, the bottom of your drink was just like mush, which is a bad texture. You design your own non-melty sprinkles, says Cranky. If they're non-melty, I would be more inclined to be into the sprinkles. Like the brilliance of dinosaur egg oatmeal, the greatest breakfast invention of all time. Do you know how sad I am that you can't get dinosaur egg oatmeal in the UK? I've never seen it here. All of the oatmeal here is like sensible, you know? It's like oat flavor or golden syrup flavor, which is a favorite in this household, certainly. This is the joy of a simple brew, says Mel. No gross textures. Exactly, exactly. I will be having regular tea after the break. I've got some teas brewing, but I'm going to make them iced because it's hotter than heck in here. But real talk, I was watching a video yesterday about how matcha is getting more popular in, like, the US. But in a way that seems more sustainable than, like, other trends. Like, it's more likely to just kind of hang around. I mean, there's been matcha out, you know, sort of around for years, but increasingly, like, interesting and creative matcha beverages, I suppose, and putting matcha in other things, which has certainly been around in Japan for about a gazillion years. I'll give you some temperature. It's 10 here, says Cranky. Oh, yes, let's trade. I can tell you right now, according to the weather, it's currently 24 degrees with a high of 28. But bear in mind that this is the United Kingdom, so we are infrastructurally speaking not built for heat. Like, our homes are built, our homes and buildings are built to retain heat. So when it gets hot, it stays hot, and genuinely, I think also just because of, like, in summertime the days get very long because we are quite a distance north, actually. So when it gets hot, it reaches its apex at about 5 p.m. around the time that, like, your work day is done if you work a regular 9 to 5. And so you're already tired. So your tolerance for heat is worse, and the sun is beaming directly into your eyes because of its, you know, distance relative to where you are on the planet. And then the sun goes down at like, I don't know, 10 p.m. or whatever. It sucks! It sucks! This country is not built for heat. Actually gonna make it, maybe. Anyways. That's the best I've done so far, and it was still pretty bad, but hey. So close, says Cranky. I don't actually know if it is, because again, I haven't done this in so long because I hate it, so I don't do it. But I figured, hey, you know, chat deserves a treat, and the treat today is me failing at some platforming. What's not to love, right? Do people enjoy seeing me fail at platforming? I hope so. If not, we can go do something I'm better at. Just let me know. If I start to get repetitive strain pain, we will give up on this. Nope. Nope. Okay. Okay. Dost thou kiddeth me? No! Damn it. Anyways, what's everyone up to for the rest of the day? When I am done streaming, what are y'all doing? Or what are you doing right now? I will be hopefully finishing some artwork, because I need to get ready for the September shop update. I need to update my shop in September. I have a shop, by the way, because I've got some... This is so sad. But I've got some emergency dentistry that I need doing. That is scheduled for the top of next month, and had I scheduled this into my budget? No, because I didn't know I was gonna need it, and dentistry is expensive. So, so I hope my shop update doesn't flop. No, no, okay. I don't like that they put spikes there. I really don't like that they put spikes there. That's super uncool. Anyways, oh, speaking of shop things, I do have a bunch of limited edition Hollow Knight art. If you've never seen it. I have some limited edition art prints that are Hollow Knight art. That's relevant to this stream. There's a link in the chat. Once they're gone, they're gone. So if anything's sold out, I'm sorry. If anything is sold out, I'm sorry. I'm good, but today is a usual day work. I hope the work is fun then. I hope the work is fun. But yeah, I will be working on some painting. I've got a couple of little bits that I would like to / need to finish. I don't know. I've been in a weird headspace art-wise at the moment. I just really want to paint like my Blorbos into situations, and I'm like, I don't think anybody wants to see me paint my Blorbos. Like, I'm working on what I hope will eventually be either a novella or a novel at the moment, just on my own time. But I've decided I need to have official, like, character concept art of all of the characters. So now I have to paint that. No, damn it. So now I have to paint all of that. And it's like, no one knows who these characters are yet, so no one will care about them. But, so I might have to do that off stream. I also want to, well, I guess I can't anymore, but I was planning to get myself some new gouache paints, because I want to do some things with gouache. For funsies. And I have for like I don't know, the past 6 months, and I keep putting off doing it, and now I can't afford to buy myself new art supplies for a while. Because they want to give me a root canal and then put a crown on it. And none of these things are cheap. So, yay. So I'm not allowed to... Now, I am going away next week for a holiday that we already had booked when, we already had booked, like, well in advance of my, having this emergency dentist thing. So we have to go on holiday, the hardship. But apart from that, I'm kind of just done with treating myself to things for a bit, I guess. Oh no. Can't squash the gouache, that's what they say, says Cranky. Yeah. I was just really hoping to get myself, you know, like, just not many, but maybe, like, you know, like, just a few little tubies of, like, a nice gouache paint. I don't know which brands of gouache are recommended, but I had heard that the Holbein gouache paints were nice, so I was thinking of getting some of those. We'll see. I don't know. If I look and they're actually like fairly cheap, maybe I'll just do it. But yeah. No. Okay. Anyways. No! Damn it. No, I don't want to read the stupid thing. I know what the thing says. I just want to go up these. Nope. Beefed it. Nope. Nope. Okay. Well... anyways, but yeah, got some watery colors to work on today. Hopefully that'll be alright. That was such good timing. Sometimes when you've got the gumption to do the jump is exactly when the thing wants to do the thing where it hurts you. And I don't like that. Nope. No. Okay. We might not get very far into this. Alright, anyways. I just want to say to anyone who's ever said that I'm good at Hollow Knight, are you sure? Are you sure though? I always worry about being bad at video game on stream is that, like, people are just gonna get mad at me. It's just like, you know, it's there in the game, in the stream description. I'm bad at video games, but I'm gonna try my best anyways. Half a pain is not a valid metric for determining Hollow Nest-based competence, says Dark. Yeah, maybe it's more to do with, like, how quickly does your, like, do your joints seize? Because I'm feeling my hand is starting to seize a bit. But at least we've got a break coming up. So I'll take a break at that point. Give myself some hand stretches. Go make some tea, you know, the usual. Chocobo, hello, happy Friday, everyone. Been lurking because the heat is killing me, but wanted to at least say hi. Hello, Chocobo, welcome in. Thank you so much for the lurk, and oh my god, I'm so sorry about the heat. It's terrible, isn't it? Speaking of the heat, that's the other thing I'm going to do after stream, is I'm going to take a cold shower. I'm going to have some toasted tiger bread with the most delicious hummus that they have at my supermarket. Hummus, or as Mary Berry called it in this one episode of one of her cooking programs, humus. which my moderator slash spouse and I regularly say because we just found it so funny that she called hummus humus. Anyways. But yes, I have some hummus, so I'm gonna make myself like a hippie sandwich with some hummus and some veggies. It'll be nice. With some taiga bread, which is one of my favorite types of bread. So, yay. 35 here, the second day in a row, says Chocobo. Was dropping down to 24 tomorrow. Oh my goodness. Drink plenty of water, my friend. Take care of yourself. Stay out of the sun if you can. I'm so sorry. That's extremely nasty. I'm having coleslaw for dinner tonight for precisely this reason. I was like, what can I cook? No! So close! So close! Adama7777 says, oh, you tried Path of Pain? I'm literally crying when I tried this. Oh my goodness, you poor creature. I know, it's terrible. It's the worst and it's deeply annoying. Thankfully, I have, like, the weird brain disease that, like, doing a difficult repetitive task over and over and over and over again doesn't really seem to bother me that much. But I wholeheartedly feel your pain with that being said. Also, hello, Adama. Welcome in. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Joe has redeemed a hydrate. All right, I'm going to have a sip of my matcha, which is... Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. Maybe it would taste more like drinking birthday cake if it wasn't in oat milk, which makes it a little more wholesome. I don't know. Yeah, I missed. Okay. Alright, I missed. Never mind. But thank you very much for the hydrate. I need it. That's a good suggestion for everyone. Hydrate. Oh yeah, I'm not leaving my apartment today, says Chocobo. Yeah, mood. Absolutely mood. You need birthday milk. It's... That's what it should be called. It should just be called birthday milk, which, that's like the special fight milk that you get on your birthday. That being said, it is nowhere near my birthday. Don't get any funny ideas, chat. My birthday is the 25th of May. Nope! I was about to jump! Damn it! Sorry, that jump scared me a little bit. Pickles, no! It's not my birthday, chat. My birthday is the 25th of May. It's not going to be coming around for another, 9 months and 10 days, I think. Is that right? Did I count the months correctly? I don't know. Stop! Beans! No! So close. We can change it, says Cranky. No! Happy birthday. Actually, speaking of birthdays, okay, you know astrological signs. You know astrological signs and how, depending on the day you were born, you will have supposedly been born under a different sign. I do not take stock in astrology whatsoever. I think it's fun for some people to think about, but I don't think it means anything. But here's the problem with astrology. So I am a Gemini. And some of the traits associated with Geminis, supposedly, are things like, oh, you're very mercurial, you know, rather than being, like, devoted to, like, a single vocation, you're more likely to want to be a jack of all trades and do all kinds of different things, and you can't focus on just one thing, and you have no attention span, and yada yada yada. And all of these things that I was like, you know, actually, a lot of these traits do kind of fit who I am. That kind of makes sense. And then, as an adult, in, like, my goddamn 30s, y'all, I discovered now I didn't go through that much of my life believing in astrology. I thought that it was a fun, interesting thing when I was like 12, you know, when you're like in the ages of 10 to 12 and you go through that stage of being like into that kind of stuff. Like, I was into that kind of stuff then for a bit. But here's the thing. Is that a lot of the traits associated with the astrological sign Gemini are also ADHD traits. And I'm not saying that I might have been identified and diagnosed at a younger age if I didn't grow up in a hippie city where I'd say something like, you know, I don't know, I'm just really having trouble focusing on this task, and someone would just be like, ha ha ha, typical Gemini. But I don't think it helped. Because I very much grew up in, like, a hippie city. My city of residence, especially, like, the city center where I worked, was very, it was very organic, it was very astrology, it was very hot yoga, you know, all that stuff. It was very not anyone knew what ADHD was. ADHD, certainly when I was growing up, ADHD was little boys who couldn't sit still. And autism was little boys who liked trains. I hate it here. Sammy ages by a year every time someone wishes her a happy birthday confirmed. No, Pickles, no, don't tell them that, they'll do it. They'll do it, and then I will shrivel into dust. No. Anyways, here's the problem with astrology, says Dark Everything. Yep. I remember reading something that had, like, that listed, like, physical traits of Geminis, and they were like, oh, you're tall and elegant with a long, thin neck, and I'm like, y'all, I'm a literal hobbit. I'm teeny tiny. I'm teeny tiny and I'm quite round. I am a sphere, okay? I am sturdy and a little tubby. And very cute. I think maybe this everyone born within the same set of like 3 to 4 weeks has the same traits, is gonna have some limitations as a measurement for anything. Anyways, I just go by whatever the daily reading is for whatever sign is happening right now, says Cranky. It's a sounding board for me. Fair enough. OMG, did you lose a bet, says Eva? No, I just like crying and feeling sad. How are you? It's lovely to see you. Welcome on in. No! Heck. Oh, then there was always, there was the Mercury retrograde thing. It's like, oh, are you having communication problems because Mercury's in retrograde? Of course. It's like, no. I'm having communication problems because I don't know I'm autistic yet. Yeah. Well, the Dream Path of Pain for fun. What? This is fun, right? Is this not fun? This is fun. Oh no, I used up a fight milk. No. That hurts. I'm having a great time, says Cranky. Me too! Physical traits of Gemini, says, oh, we've got a list. Okay, being cute. Oh, I thought you were going to be quoting from somewhere. Weirdly, that also applies to all of the constellations of stars that are hundreds of thousands of light years away from us and in most cases aren't even tangentially related to each other, except in that they happen to look like they're near each other from our specific perspective and have no impact on us in any way whatsoever other than the advancement of astronomy and scientific knowledge. Gets off soapbox. Thank you for the soapbox, Dark. I do find astronomy interesting. I had really wanted to, when I was at university, I really wanted to do an astronomy course. But it just didn't work out in my schedule that I was able to do it. And I was so sad. Like, every year I was like, okay, can I fit astronomy for babies into my schedule this year? No, damn it. I started doing astrophysics at university. Hell yeah, that's rad. Every once in a while I think to myself that, you know, like, maybe I should have done, like, physics. I didn't realize at the time how fun physics would have been. And then I, like, learned some stuff about physics, and I'm like, oh no, I wasn't built for physics. I do not possess the brain for physics, unfortunately, of any kind. Astro or otherwise. Which is a shame, because I think it's fun. But I think recognizing one's limitations and one's strengths is no bad thing. Dropped out, cannot do calculus to save my life. Oh yeah, calculus can get in the freaking bin. Boo. I'm stuck on 3 levels of Baba Is You. I refuse to move on before beating them, says Aoife. Oh man, hey, if it makes you feel any better, I also never beat Baba Is You. I got good ways into it, I think. But eventually I was like, nah. Shoot, heck beans. Dark says, I'm generally very good at the understanding of stuff, but the math turns my head inside out and backward. Maths is mean. I somehow left uni knowing less calculus than when I went in. Honestly, I can believe it. Maths are weird. Maths are weird for me. There is like, at some point in the realm of like maths education, there's like a flippage. And it goes from stuff that like I can easily understand, or at least when I was young, was able to like easily understand and solve. Like it was top of the class, like, you know, really strong, just like natural aptitude and inclination towards this stuff could do. Really enjoyed doing, got a kick out of. And at some point there was some year of like my education where it went from like, yeah, I understand all this, like it all feels pretty intuitive to me and I'm having a great time doing it, to this is incomprehensible gobbledygook that means nothing. What the hell are you talking about? No. And then I basically went from, you know, top of the class to like barely passing from one year to the next. And that's when I knew that like, okay, it's time to put maths away and become a humanities person full time. Cranky says, I hate chemistry classes, but love reading about organic chemistry in my free time. I think there's a lot that's like fun about like a lot of about subjects that you don't have it in you to study, but when there's a really good educator on the topic explaining things to you, you're like, this topic is super fun and I want to learn more. Just don't make me do the calculus. Eva says, I like how most people who dropped out of physics blame maths on their math skills, while for me, I had to work hard to remove all real-world connections from my math problems. They only confused me. I need my maths to be abstract. I avoided applied maths courses as best as funnily possible. That is also fair. I think, I don't know, for me it's like, this is gonna sound really stupid, but like there's a degree of like theoreticalness that just kind of breaks me, I think. Like if too many things, if too many variables are letters, I don't like that. Because no. I don't know why. I just like, I think there comes a point at which I'm like, what is the point of this? Why am I doing this? What is this for? If things get too theoretical, I'm like, okay, well, theoretically, okay. And I don't know. I don't know if whence I'm speaking. The ads are about to start, so I'm gonna have a little breaky do. We've made so much progress, though. Oh my goodness, we're doing amazingly. We are definitely gonna beat this today. I'll be back in a minute. Please enjoy the VRB screen in the meantime, and VRB, everybody. Right now, hi. I was wrestling with my ice cube tray. Welcome back, everybody. Hope you had a good break. Lovely to be back. Hello. Hope you are continuing to be well. I have some iced tea now. in addition to what's left of my birthday milk. I'm gonna continue on. No need for a preamble at this point. I'm just gonna keep on keeping on as best as I can. Hello, Adama. Welcome back. Hello, hello. Anyways, how is y'all doing? Maybe after having that little break, I'll have refreshed myself a smidge, and I will do slightly better. No, I'll just fall through that guy that land on spikes. God damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Never mind. I tried. I'll try again. That's all I can do is continue to try. That's all I got in me. Amid the sounds of the spinning saw blades, and oh my god, my hands are starting to hurt. No. This is why I've never done this on stream before, because oof, ouch. Eventually the repetitive strain gets too much. Also, we've literally been in this one spot for over an hour. No. I don't know about you, but the soundtrack of Path of Pain makes me a little uncomfortable. Is it the near of the spinning saw blades, or is it the beautiful orchestral music? There is an incredible sort of like mounting mournful sadness to this piece of music. I apologize for the discomfort. I mean, if you want, you can always mute the stream and just not listen to me talking at all, and just listen to your own music. But then you wouldn't be able to hear me, and that would be sad, because I might have fun and funny things to say. I mean, that does make sense given where it's originally from, says Dark. This whole area of the game feels very sad. Damn it! I'm taking a sip of my fancy milk. Little guy gets fight milk, I get fight milk. Yum. Oh, I was talking about fancy coffee drinks earlier. I genuinely think that, there was, so this video I was watching about matcha. The presenter was talking about, you know, a lot of, like, the various fancy matcha drinks that you can get now. That's like, you know, it's there's nothing healthy about it. There's like 25 grams of sugar in it, and you know, like matcha itself is healthy, but like when you add all kinds of other stuff to it, you know, it's got like whipped cream on it and syrups and God knows what else. And I feel like if you're adding that much stuff to your matcha, do you really like matcha at all? Or do you just like a milkshake? And it's the same with like fancy coffee drinks where, and by fancy coffee drinks I mean the ones that have like, you know, like rainbow sugar cookie syrup and vanilla foam and God, I hate those things. I'm sorry, I'm French. I'm pretty sure my English isn't very good. Your English is fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it at all. But yeah, you might not actually like matcha if your matcha is full of all kinds of other stuff all the time. But I mean, that's also all right. But the guy was saying that, you know, maybe in the future we'll see more people swapping like coffee for matcha, and I'm just like, but they taste totally different. So, well, like I'm not gonna, because I specifically like the way that coffee tastes. But possibly if you are the kind of person who puts all kinds of other stuff in your coffee, because to be honest, you probably don't actually really like the way that just straight ahead coffee tastes, you'll probably be alright drinking matcha and putting a bunch of stuff in your matcha as well. I like both. I like both as, like, you know, milkshakey confections and as, like, beverages in and of themselves, though. Don't let peeps keep you down because you're bilingual, says Cranky. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Only if global trade starts to break down more because coffee only grows down under, then it'll be tea time. Yeah. I mean, I think there's climate-related issues potentially, too. If growing conditions for coffee get worse in places where they've, like, where it's natively been grown, or even not natively, but, like, historically been grown. Because obviously a lot of the countries that coffee is grown in now, like major coffee-producing countries, it wasn't a native crop, it was brought there because the climate was good for coffee growing. If that changes, it's possible that coffee might become a lot more expensive, or we might be seeing different varietals of coffee that grow better in different circumstances. No. No! No. Here in Brazil, there's coffee shortages because of climate change messing with the production. Chocolate too, says Cranky. Yes, exactly. Oh, man. And that's such a shame because Brazil grows really good coffee. Brazil grows really good coffee. Coffee is originally from Yemen, says Cranky. Yes! There is a city named Mocha. Yep. In Yemen. Don't see very many Yemeni coffees for sale here, but when we do, they're expensive. They're probably very, very good. But they tend to be expensive. I haven't had a Yemeni coffee. For that very reason. Because I'm poor. And if a 250 gram bag of coffee costs more than 20 pounds, I'm probably not going to buy it. Because that's expensive for me. Might be tariffs and trade embargoes keeping it expensive, says Cranky. I had a student who lived in Mocha. Oh, that's so cool, Cranky. That's awesome. I believe in you, says Adama. Thank you. You can do it. I don't know why you're talking about coffee. Well, because I'm drinking matcha right now. And it got me thinking about coffee. I think about coffee a lot. If you want to learn about the coffee, hold up. Also, thank you for the lurk, Cranky, but also thank you for the tell me more about coffee. Well, I shall. There is a video on my YouTube channel where I talk about the history of coffee shops, specifically, in the country that I live in, which is the United Kingdom. I think it's one of my most popular videos. It's a few years old now, but it's not very long, and a lot of research went into it. I do recommend it if that's something that interests you. It was a fun time. Anyways, my next video will be all about milk and cream. So if you like dairy, and you want to know more about dairy, oh biddle boy, will I have a video for you. But for now, I have been tasked with talking about coffee while Cranky lurks. So, yeah, the earliest adopters of coffee as a drinky. Have you tried Pride Mark for Path of Pain? No. I do have. What do I actually have equipped right now? Corrupt Song, Unbreakable Heart, Hive Blood, Soul Catcher, and the Long Nail. Because why not? Anyways, I have to talk about coffee. Earliest adopters of coffee in the world were indeed Yemen, where it was originally grown, and Ethiopia as well. One of the things that I love about coffee is that, similarly to wine, it is a beverage that very much expresses like a terroir. Like you can tell, or sometimes anyways, when it's been lovingly roasted in such a way, you can, you get those tasting notes that are just like, yeah, this is characteristic of the region in which it was grown, and I absolutely love that. Ethiopian coffees in particular can express a really nice origin characteristics, I think. Origin characteristics being the way that it tastes because of the place that it was grown. And there are origin characteristics in things that you wouldn't think would have origin characteristics. Like, for example, as I'm learning in the video I'm working on right now, milk. Milk can express origin characteristics. Like, what? That blew my mind. Anyways. So that's some chit-chat about coffee. Obviously, there are a variety of factors that go into what influences what a cup of coffee tastes like, but the very first one that it experiences is the soil it is grown in. Honey blood is the best choice here. I am a hive blood enjoyer, though. I know there are some... There is some debate as to whether hive blood or deep focus is best here, because deep focus, of course, gives you 2 heals at once, which is nice and useful. Adama says, you know, if you dash is a statue. Yes, we know this. We saw it on the way in. Time to grab lunch, says Dark. And just a gentle reminder to everyone in chat. I think we're fine for now, but just FYI, if I need a suggestion, I will ask. Otherwise, I will continue like an idiot doing the same thing over and over again and making basically no progress. But then eventually, like 2 hours in, I'll get there and I'll be like, okay, that's it. That's as far as we're getting into the Path of Pain, because eventually I'm going to have lunch too. Nope. Nope. That was a goof. Okay. But you know, as time goes by, the more I do this, the better and better I'm getting. No. I hate pogoing. That's the best thing about this area. I hate pogoing, chat. Pogoing's the worst. It's just the worst. I don't like doing it. I will do anything but pogo if I can. You know? I've had people pop into my chat, watch me do a fight, and be like, why don't you just pogo off that guy? And the answer is because I don't want to. And now that you've told me I should do it, I want to do it even less, because I've got PDA. Which stands for, if someone tells me what to do, I'm not going to do it. Because it makes me grumpy. This level is literally hell in white. This is the Dama. It is a little hellish. It's just a little bit hellish. But you know what? That's alright. Persistence. Persistence and not doing that is the key. And I can do one of those two things, and that's the first one. I do love when the little guy gets hit. There's a sprite for like a split second when the little guy gets hit by one of those spinning saw blades and just sort of flops backwards like a lifeless little doll, and I don't know why, but I find it incredibly cute. I think I've got the sprite sheet for the little guy somewhere that's got all the sprites. I should go find that sprite and enjoy it. It's a good sprite. I find Yon Sprite sheets very helpful for things like Hollow Knight Art Month, where I do all my Hollow Knight art. Which you can get prints of some of which in my shop, which is here. Trying to get better at promoting myself. I've been saying that for the last 4 years, though, so... Well, anyways. Did I mention that tonight's dinner is coleslaw because it's literally too hot to cook? Last night we had a green salad with some poached salmon that had already been poached, so I didn't have to poach it. And Japanese like miso ginger dressing, which is one of my favorite salad dressings. It's so easy and it's so good. Very healthy. I love a healthy situation, as long as it's yummy. Good tea. And I love tea. Alright, okay. Stop, beans! Just a little too slow. It's fine. It's fine. Here you go again. I'm gonna wait for it to come back. Nope. Nope. Oh my goodness. No! No! I hate those little fuzzy buggy things. I hate them so much. They are the worst. I don't know what they're called. I just hate them. Nope. Nope. What the hell was that? I don't know. It was bad. Okay. 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 Alright. Okay. Alright and okay. Seeing you play makes me want to play Hollow Knight, says Adama. But I've already finished Path of Pain, so okay, I said... Friend, there's always more to do. You've played Hollow Knight. You finished the Path of Pain, you have nothing to do. Did you 112% the game? Did you do all of Godhome? Have you beat P5 with all of the bindings? Have you beat it on Steel Soul? There's always more to do. And if you've done all of that, if you've done every single one of those things, have you speedrun it? Have you broken the world speedrun record for it? Have you played it with mods? Have you played it with every mod? There's always more to do in this game. That's the crazy thing in this game, is there's always more to do. People have come up with the weirdest, stupidest mods. People have come up with the weirdest, stupidest speedrun records to break. How fast can you mow every piece of grass in Hollow Knight? That is a record you can set, okay? How fast can you save every single grub? If Steel Soul is too easy, there's also Glass Soul. That's a mod. Where I believe if you take any damage, you die. I returned. Did we win yet, says Stark? Well, look, we've made it all the way back to the beginning. I'm starting over again. I'm sorry you missed it. Thank you for this advice, says Adama. I hope you find a fun way to do it again. Also, just replaying games is fun. Now, I know some people will just be like, okay, I beat this game, so I'm done now. But, I like replaying games I've played before. Like, I've been having a really fun time with Mario Kart at the moment. I've played through the whole Mario Kart Grand Prix many times, but I'm just like, well, I can impose a new challenge upon myself then. Can I do that thing where I wait for all of the other motorists to have lapped me at least once and still beat them? You know? Nope. I'm just gonna get hit by that and then land. Okay, great. Wonderful. Love that for me. I hate it here. Apparently all grubs isn't a category they're tracking on speedrun. That doesn't mean you can't do it yourself. That doesn't mean you can't do it yourself. That should be a category. Why not? If there isn't a record for that, then anyone can set the record just by doing it. And then challenge other people to beat it. You know you can use I don't know anything. Indeed, just means there's a benchmark, says Dark. Yeah, exactly. So whoever does it. I'm just gonna put it out there that I don't need to... Okay. That wasn't very nice. Oh yeah, so useful. Anyways. Chocobo says, I need to drop off, but good luck with the Path of Pain! I'm still at the entrance. I don't think we're gonna get very far, Chocobo, but thank you. And I understand correctly, there's no stream next Friday. There's no stream next Friday. No, I'm gonna be too jet-lagged. There are no streams next week! I should probably have mentioned this up top, but I forgot. Programming note, there are no streams next week. I will be away. We're taking a few days to go be not in our house, and we really need it. We're both pretty burnt out. I think I need to just look at some novel buildings, hear some novel languages, and eat some gluten-free stroopwafels and that kind of thing. I did find a place that does gluten-free stroopwafels. I'm very excited. Because I haven't had to eat those in a while. Anyway. Okay, then have a wonderful holiday. You deserve all the relaxing, says Chocobo. Aw, thank you. Should be back to regular schedule the following week, I think, but I will keep you posted as and when I know what we're doing. Also, just as a word of... Is warning? Is warning the word I seek? I don't know. But, at some point I might play something other than Hollow Knight on a Friday stream. I know I've been like threatening that for months, but this playthrough just keeps on ticking. 'Cause I'm bad at it, but hey. And I do apologize for my forthcoming absence. I do. I feel bad taking time out of streaming. Because I know that, you know, the schedule is nice. And also some people pay me money to do this, which I'm incredibly grateful for, and therefore feel even worse about taking time off. Nope. No! This is the 112% all the things save, right? Says Stark. This is, who knows what this is at this point? This is a mess. This is just a mess. You know I want to be a completionist. But... Dark, what the heck?
Oh hell yeah, Dark Insanity's just subscribed. Speaking of which, surprise.
Tark, thank you very much for the sub. Thank you, thank you. That's a lovely surprise. Very kind. Please enjoy your emotes and stuff. I very much appreciate it. I'm not sure it's deserved. But it's a swear words! No! Oh, so close. So close, y'all. No. So mean. This game is mean. This is the crying and feeling sad simulator. I mean, I'm cheered by the sub. I hope you enjoy the emote and stuff. I want to design some new emotes at some point. It's just a question of time. Nope. That was a goof. Oh well. Have I finished my tea! Alright, it's time to start another tea. This tea is a combination of strawberry rhubarb and strawberry and cream, because I didn't have enough strawberry rhubarb to make its own cup. Unsurprisingly, they combine very well together. That shouldn't come as a surprise because they're both strawberry and. But on the other hand, I'm not sure. I mean, if it was strawberry and chocolate and strawberry and lemon, I'm not sure those would go together very well. You know? You don't see chocolate and lemon as a combination that much. I actually don't know. Would chocolate and lemon? Chocolate and lemon, would that work? Maybe it would, and I'm just, a silly sausage for not thinking of it. I hate that it bounces me into the spikes. That's mean. That's so mean. Need to be better at pogoing off of that one, I think. We'll try again. Anyways. I think after stream, I'm gonna... Nope. 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 I'm gonna take a very cold shower because genuinely, there is a fan on full, like 3 feet away from me, aimed directly at me, and it is doing basically bupkis to cool me down. I'm so warm right now. I've got 3 cold iced beverages in front of me. I'm so warm. Good lord. I'm gonna take another sip of my Lucozade Sport because it's supposed to be more hydrating. Okay, let's go again. Let's go. This is the run. This is the run. This is where we beat the whole thing all at once. First try. This is the one. This is the run. This is the one where we do it. No, but for real this time. For real, for real. That was just practice. Didn't count. Did not count. That's me forgetting how to pogo. To do a surprising amount. Oh, the repetitive strain is kicking into my hands. I can feel it. Great. Well, if we have to give up, we have to give up because literally there will come a point at which my hands are no longer able to actually do the things. At which point, oh, I don't know. We might visit a different area of the game. We might have to play a different game for a bit. I just don't know. No! 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 I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I might be okay. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Yep. Great. Okay. There's still a chance we could beat this bad boy. No! There's still a chance we could beat this bad boy. There's a tiny little teeny weeny ghost of a chance, right? There is. I believe in me. Don't know why anyone's here. This is so sad. Okay. Alright, okay. Anyways. Of all of the NPCs in Hollow Knight, which one would you most want to spend an afternoon sightseeing in London with? Not which one is your favorite. Which would you most like to spend an afternoon sightseeing in London with? This is an important question. I want you to think about it. I hope I don't hand cramp myself so hard that like I can't paint this afternoon, because I kind of need to paint this afternoon. I'm going to be away for several days next week, and I really need to get some things done before I go away. Anyways. Nope. Grand. Okay. Alright. Okay. This is fine. Okay. 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 Alright. Okay. Nope. Not okay. Very much not okay. Alright. And we're back. Hey. Alright, I think I mentioned a few streams ago that I was thinking like, oh, you know, I should start a podcast one day, but then I realized subsequently that like, I think the amount of talking that I do on stream kind of basically scratches that itch. Like, I'll have run out of, unless I'm doing a podcast that's about a very specific topic that I would never talk about on stream. Like, what's the point? Does anyone really want to hear me talking even more than I already do? I spend like 8 to 9 hours a week just blathering nonsense live on the internet. That's probably enough, I think. And nobody needs another podcast of like, hey, I'm going to watch every episode of this Star Trek series in order and then talk about them. We don't need more of those. We don't need one of those from me. No, actually, I think that would be really fun. But that would be fun just like for me specifically and nobody else probably. And that's just because I like Star Trek. Nope. Nope. No. What the hell was that? No, no, no. No. Bad. Okay. Anyways. Nope. I'm starting to feel the defeat. The defeat is starting to hitting. Hello, Mark. Welcome in. I'm starting to feel the defeat. But it's lovely to see you, Mark. Welcome in. How are you doing? Hope you're having a lovely Friday. Oh no, what have I walked into? Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. Nope. Nothing is fine. Everything is terrible. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. But we're doing the terrible area of the game that I hate and needs to be stopped and is the worst and super annoying and bad, and I'm really bad at it. This is the type of gameplay that I have never excelled at, that gives me hand cramp, but I've also never done it on stream, and so I felt like, well, you know, as a treat, I will let everyone watch me suffer. Because people love watching content creators suffer, and what am I if not a humble servant pickaxing away down the content mines for the enjoyment of my wonderful community. And the enjoyment of my wonderful community is exactly what makes it all worth it! Yay! This looks straightforward, says Mark. Yeah, it's fine, don't worry about it. It's fine, you just have to jump up this bit, then you jump up this bit. Keep clinging to the wall. Don't hit the spikes. Don't hit the spikes. Step 1, don't hit the spikes. That's my biggest piece of advice. That was an object lesson for you, chat, in how not to do it. I am in fact showing people in no uncertain terms how not to play Hollow Knight. Ah, Beans. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. I only like when content creators suffer when the content creator derives weird enjoyment from said suffering. Yeah, absolutely. If it seems like they're just genuinely having, like, a rotten time, that isn't fun. But if it seems like they're like, I hate this, but, like, in a fun way, oh, that's great. That's great. And believe me, if I'm having such a terrible time that I do not want to continue, we will simply not continue. Because I can just do that. And I've done that before when I've decided, okay, you know what, this game is challenging, but not in a way that I find fun, so we're not going to finish it. And sometimes that's like halfway through the stream, and sometimes that's like the next stream I just move on to doing something else. I think the only time that I've stopped a game like mid-stream because I just really wasn't getting on with something about it was was like the last fight in Undertale. I hated it. I was just like, no. this makes my brain itch in a really unpleasant way. So we're gonna just Oh, that's why, because it's the one where, okay, spoilers for a game that's been out for like 15 years. There is a like an end of game fight in that game where if you lose, it crashes the game and you have to relaunch it. And that is really annoying when you're streaming. And so I was like, you know, I don't want to. I don't have to keep relaunching the game in the middle of my stream. So I ended up playing probably Stardew Valley or something for the remainder, or something like that. Gotta stop if it ceases to be fun for you, says Dark. Until then, we can continue to be entertained by the first part of the first room of Breath of Pain. Yep. Cool. I mean, I figure if anyone is watching me stream Hollow Knight, you're here for at least 50% fans. And 50% Hollow. If you're here for like 98% Hollow Knight, I don't know what to tell you, bruh. This is not your stream. But thank you for the numbies, I guess. I don't think I played that path. I like the music is already sad me more, says Mark. Yeah, like it. The music knows you're doing a terrible job here. The music knows that more than likely, you are not going to nail this all first try. And if you are the kind of person who nails this all first try, well, bully for you, I guess. Congratulations. Please tell me you have some other flaws or failings so I don't feel quite so bad about myself in comparison. Hate that it launched me right into the spikes. That was mean. 4.5 hours the first time I finished it, says Dark. Well, I'm an hour and 50 minutes into the stream. And we're in the first room. So, weirdly, this is the stream I always make an effort to attend, but it's not because of Hollow Knight. I just like the vibe. Aw, Mark! Thank you. It also makes me feel slightly better about the fact that at some point, we might play something other than Hollow Knight on stream. I've been meaning to do Celeste DLC. I've been meaning to do Ori hard mode, because I've never played Ori on hard mode. And There's a ton of games I've never played. There were some that were, there were some at the recent, like, Nintendo showcasey doodad, and I was like, oh, that looks fun. Oh, there was something from the people who made Shovel Knight, and I was like, I've never played Shovel Knight either. I should play that also. Celeste DLC, yes, says Mark. Now, it will exacerbate my, repetitive strain real bad, so I might not be able to do a full stream of it. But I've never played the DLC, and I really want to. And the reason I haven't done it on stream yet is that the save of the game that I had completed was lost. I'm excited for Mina the Hollower, says Mark. I wasn't until I tried the demo. I have heard very good things about it. I've heard very good things about that demo. And I think it looks really fun. So I would like to try it as well. Yes, yes, yes. Ombers! Hello, welcome in! How are you doing? It's wonderful to see you, and welcome! You're having a lovely Friday. I'm just casually getting hit by spinning saw blades. It's fine. It's fine, don't worry about it. It's fine. But, yeah. The question remains, which Hollow Knight NPC would you most like to go on a little afternoon of sightseeing around London with? I'm kind of, my very first, like, instinctual thought is that I'm inclined to say Quirrell. I think he'd enjoy doing the same kinds of things that I would, you know? Like, have a nice lunch, maybe a picnic in the park. Quirrell, says Dark. Yeah! I think he'd enjoy a museum, you know? We could go to, like, the Science Museum or something. Or the National Gallery. I haven't been to the... I have been to the National Gallery. I was in the National Gallery last year, but it was school holidays. And it was a Friday afternoon, and we were going to go have lunch, but it was so loud and so crowded, and it was a really hot day, and my moderator / spouse and I were both like, we're going to have a meltdown if we stay here. So we went and had lunch in the National Portrait Gallery, which had some tables free, and then we just went to an art supplies shop instead. Would they be of appropriate size? My understanding is that everyone in this game was very small. I'm imagining that they would be of, like, average height if you were taking them on a journey around London. So they're not, like, they don't, like, fit in your pocket. Unless you think it would be very, very cute to just have, like, a teeny tiny little guy in your pocket taking on a little tour around London. Like, I could see that being fun. No! There was like one more! There was like one more, and I got hit by the doodad. But no, I was imagining like average height of like 5'6", 5'8", something like that. You know, or like relative to that. As opposed to they are like pocket-sized. But if you think it would be fun to carry like tiny little Dung Defender around in your pocket and show him, you know, like, oh, this is the medieval section of the National Gallery, and he's like, ho ho, I like the shiny things, very jolly. And then you went out and you gave him like, oh, you got lunch, you went to like a pub for lunch and you got fish and chips, and you gave him like a single chip, and he happily nobbed on like one chip, and that was his lunch. Oh no, that's so cute. Cornifer would be an excellent choice. I suspect I would just be able to let Cornifer just like guide me around. That's true. He's a cartographer. He knows where everything is. He'd be like, aha, you see, this is the blah blah blah. Ah, yes, my favorite, Gants Hill Station. I would take the stag around, but I feel like the stag would just feel sad that like none of the underground trains want to talk to him. He'd be like, what are these strange mechanical stags? I don't like it. Filthy, disgusting things. They should have stags instead. And then he would feel sad. that you know, like, TFL doesn't run on Stagways. And me, I have poor spatial reasoning skills. Spatial reasoning isn't important. Don't worry about it. But no, oh, jeez, that is so cute. He's so cute. Anyways, obviously not Zote. Unless you took Zote just for the purposes of, like, abandoning him somewhere. Just leave him in, just leave him in, like... Take him to one of, like, the expensive designer shops, specifically in that one bit of the Westfield in Shepherd's Bush. Where the shop assistants are rude. Because they don't think you're gonna spend any money. And then, just, like, leave him there. And go about your day. Go get yourself a nice iced matcha latte. Have a lovely time. Take him to the tower, says Dark. Yes, perfect. You get it. You see the vision. Ooh, I made mocha pala today. It's like a Finnish brownie. Oh, that sounds good, Home Taurus. I love that for you. I've been wanting to bake lately, but it's just been too warm. I had the itch last night. I want to make some griba specifically with lemon. They're little biscuits that are really nice with coffee or tea. And I like making them with lemon and almond. And they would normally be made with semolina, but I can't have semolina, so I use polenta instead, and it works perfectly. Crunchy little lemony biscuits. And olive oil. They're really good. Oh, but I want brownies now. Sigh. Okay. No! Shoot! How did I miss? There we go. Ah! No! That wasn't the button I meant to press. No! Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. What's everyone up to this weekend, by the way? Do you have any exciting plans this weekend? I hope, if you do, that they are fun, exciting plans. I'm envisioning a fairly chill weekend of not doing too much. Though I might need to go to the center of town. My camera's lens cap went missing again. I'm always losing the lens. So the front bit of the lens where the lens cap attaches has a slight dent. So the lens cap never fits 100% perfectly, but it's a perfectly cromulent lens, and lenses are expensive, so I'm not going to replace it just for that, right? But it means I lose my lens cap pretty frequently because it has a tendency to just want to pop off. Which is really annoying. Gonna play some Mario Kart World with a friend who just bought his first video game console in 15 years, says Mark. Oh my god, that is exciting. Hell yeah. That is so exciting. Oh, I hope you have an amazing time. Still, no! I thought I was gonna be able to do it and then I couldn't do it. No! Damn it! Shoot! Ah, heck. Ah, man, I'm getting itchy. Like, being bad at this is making me itch. That might be the heat, actually, I don't know. But, anyways, my point is, yes, I need a new lens cap, so I think I might have to go into the city center and, pop into London Camera Exchange to get a lens cap. I was thinking possibly that, like, I might be able to get one at the airport, at the, like, because, you know, the airport always has, like, a cameras and things shop. But my moderator/spouse reckons that they probably won't have, lens caps. And I mean, yes, I could go to a camera shop in the Netherlands and get a lens cap from there. But then I have to like find a camera shop, and then probably turns out they're not open on Mondays or something crazy. So, yeah. I don't think you're bad at it. I think the game is good at harming you. The game is very good at harming me, but it's fine. I like feeling frustrated and sad, so this is fun for me. Actually, I'm having a lovely time. It's one of those things where if a challenge is difficult, then when you achieve the thing, when you make a little bit of progress, it feels really good. And I like that really good feeling, so, you know. Anyways, but yes. Okay. Okay. No, not okay. Oh, pretzels. Okay, I'm gonna take a sip. I have a third iced tea here. This is mint. I'm gonna take a sip of my mint. Mmm. Deliciousness. Okay. Alright. This time for sure. Not for sure at all. Ah, shoot. Okay. We're going to go into a break fairly shortly, so I'm going to stop here so that I'm not in the middle of doing something and I can't snooze the ads. But also, oh my god, my hands hurt so super bad. I need to do a little hand stretch, so I'm going to do that real quick as well. But I hope y'all are having a nice time watching me fail. I'm having fun failing, and that's the important thing for me. But I will be back in just a minute. Have a drink, have a stretch. If it's warm where you are, for goodness sake, hydrate, please. Even if it's not warm where you are, hydrate anyways. You still need to do it. I've been hydrating a lot, so I have to go pee. I'll be back in a minute. Enjoy the BRB screen in the meantime, and I'll see you very shortly at BRB. Actually, before I do, Humber says, my parents have apple trees in their house, I'll probably visit them tomorrow and go pick some apples. That is awesome, and I'm so jealous, and I love that for you, and I hope you get lots and lots of lovely apples and get to eat the apples or make lovely things with the apples. If you make stuff with the apples, tell me what you make with them, because I want to know. I'll be back in a minute. BRB. Oh, pretzels, I'm back. Hi. Dan says, waiter, this night is hollow. I'm sorry, sir. You'll have to insert your own punchline to this. Oh! Thank you very much indeed. Also, hi, Dan. How are you doing? It's lovely to see the saddest BRB screen. Because I keep telling Sammy the music is too sad, says Dan. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. How's this? Is this better? I feel like this isn't better. But, oh well. Hello. I returneth! Hooray! And I'm gonna do some of this for another few minutes. That's okay. It does lend proceedings a certain sense of gravitas, I suppose, says Mark. It is there is a lot of gravitas here. I feel like my presence does not lend gravitas at all. What's the opposite of gravitas? That's what I bring to the party. I brought a potato salad. Levity, there we go. My first thought was potato salad. As for what I'm bringing to the party. Sammy's channel is famed for gravitas. Yup. 100%. Anyways. Frivolity. Ooh, that's a good one. I like frivolity. That's a good word. Much better than... See... I swear I used to know words. I used to be something of a wordsmith myself, you see. But these days, potato salad. I would love to make potato salad tonight, but unfortunately, I am not putting the hob on to boil potatoes. I'm making coleslaw. Because that just involves not microplaning off my fingertips while I shred the cabbage. No! Oh god, that platforming section is nasty, says Dan. This whole area, Dan, this area is called the Path of Pain. Everything about this area is nasty. 100,000 out of 10 do not recommend. because stuff like that happens. No, it's not, says Mark. Really? Hang on. Can I get the title to show up again? Hold up. Hold up. There it is. Yep. That's its name. So, you know, this area is not mucking about. But, you know, it gets slightly easier the more you do it. Not much easier. Like, I'm still really bad, but to be fair, Mark, the reward is worth it. Oh, man, there's a massive reward waiting for us at the end, which we will not see this stream. But hey, maybe we'll clear slightly further into this area. Who knows? Upper Casserole, hello! Hey, look, it's the Path of Positivity! That place where everything is okay! And we definitely don't have a mental breakdown. I think it's much too late for me and my Mentee bee, but that's probably the best time for me to do it. Therefore. Is it worth it, really? Is anything worth this? I don't know. Your mileage may vary. Is it worth the repetitive strain? My wrist is asking me that right now. Imagine if you were touring around a city and you found yourself on something called the Path of Pain. I would not like that. I would not like that at all. I mean, there is, okay, in the city I live in, there isn't a Path of Pain. But there is a Crotch Crescent. I actually know someone who, they don't live in this city anymore. But when they did live in this city, they lived on Crotch Crescent for a while. Woof. Boston has the Freedom Trail. That's similar psychologically if you're a Brit. Oof! There's also a street in the city I live in called Toot Hill Butts. There's even a sign pointing to it from the roundabout that you go round on your way into the city from, like, the direction of London. So every time I return from a trip to London, I get to see the sign for Toot Hill Butts. And every time, it does me a little giggle. Like, I know that they don't mean butts as in, you know, butts, but Toot Hill Butts? Come on! Wonder what the property prices are like on Toot Hill Butts. Cause like, I would be willing to take that psychic damage if I could get a reasonably priced house. Slightly different to the Path of Pain. I mean, there are a lot of there are cycle paths in my city of residence. I feel like trying to cycle through, despite this being like a very popular city with cyclists, because of all like the narrow medieval streets and stuff, I consider this a cyclist's nightmare. I would consider trying to cycle from like most parts of the city to most other parts of the city. For me personally, would be a Path of Pain. Just continuous fear of getting into a bike accident. I'll pass. No! There's psychopaths in every city. No, don't tell me that, Dan! I'll be scared. Anyways. Nope. It was a little too early. Pretzels. Well, I tried. I didn't do very well, but I tried. Yeah, shoot. Well, little guy, you tried, and you failed. The lesson here is never try. Dan says the good news is if you haven't met one in your city, then that means it's in your city yet, then that means it's you. Oh, okay, that's fine. It's alright. I'm fine. Anyways, come on. Up you. There you go. No! No! Oh, that hurts. That hurts. I'm gonna take a sippy. Oh. Nice. Okay. And heal. And go. Okay. Awesome. Cool. Anyways, apologies again for my forthcoming absence. I will miss y'all. But I don't think it's wise to attempt to stream on, like, a hotel Wi-Fi in a foreign city. And honestly, I think my moderator / spouse and I just need some days to doot around, ride some trams, drink some coffee. I don't know. I think most people would accuse me of being very bad at planning like travel itineraries. So I'm like, okay, what are we doing today? Well, we're going to this cafe for lunch. And then we're gonna amble our way through this area that looks cute and hopefully Instagrammable. Because I will be bringing my camera with me. And then we're going to be getting coffee at a place that's known for having very good coffee. And then we're going to go back to our hotel and watch bad hotel TV for an hour or two, and then we're going to go out to dinner. Anyways, how many hours have you played this game, says Homepros? I don't know anymore. Hundreds? Millions? Thousands, maybe? It's a lot. It's a lot. It's her first time, says Stan. I don't think that's true. Did I accidentally leave it at first playthrough tag? Because I had first playthrough tag up for yesterday's Mysteria stream, but it's no longer accurate. I think I changed it back to casual playthrough. If anyone joined me for Fields of Mystery yesterday, that was fun. I love that game. It's delightful. Nope. Anyways. I might actually have to end slightly early today. I don't want to, but also my vision is going a little buggy, and my hands hurt really bad. I'm gonna keep on keeping on for a little bit, but love a dootin' day, says Mark. I love to doot. I love to doot. We're just dooting today. It's fine. Anyways. But yeah, there seems to come up a critical point in my difficult platforming game playing on stream, where like I finally feel like I'm making progress, but on the other hand, I also feel like my vision is refusing to focus. My reaction time is worse, and my hands are getting tired. Oh no. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. So yeah, I am sorry that I'll be absent next week. I hope y'all will be alright. I will still be around, like, on the Discord and stuff, as best as I can. I don't have a computer. I'm not gonna have a computer or anything with me. Because it just feels, unless I'm going away for, like, a protracted period of time, like if I'm seeing my family for, like, 2 weeks or something like that, I'll bring my computer, but if I'm just going someplace for, like, under a week, I'll just leave my computer at home. Because it's just too cumbersome. Takes up too much space in my suitcase, and I end up not really being able to use it that much anyways, because I'm busy doing other stuff. So I just don't. Yeah. Okay. This is the one. We're gonna do it. Nope. No, we're not. No, we are not gonna do it. Oh, man. I was feeling almost positive there for a second. And it ended. I mean, you could easily guess that this is my first playthrough because, I mean, we've been at this for a while. Sorry about the spinning saw blade noises. Personally, I find them deeply annoying. Like, I know nobody likes them, but I don't know. I feel like I'm very sensitive to, like, sounds and stuff in general, so... Also, they do kind of remind me of the fact that I'm having dentistry done in a few weeks. Oh, God. I'm not looking forward to that. No! That's the worst one! Homer says, I can't wait for winter, like who doesn't love minus 20-degree weather and the sun going down at 3 p.m. Honestly, that sounds great to me right now because I am so uncomfortably warm sitting here. See, the difference to me between cold weather and hot weather is that with cold weather, there are all of the things that you can do to make yourself more comfortable in the cold weather are like cozy and pleasant, like, you know, like a soft woolly blanket, a big cardigan, all that kind of thing, a nice hot cup of tea. But when it's hot out, there are, you know, all of the things that you can do to cool yourself down, just don't do anything. That's the difference. So yes, I'm looking forward to winter. The only thing I find depressing about the sun going down early is that... Is that a Shaw? Is that... Who did a Shaw? Hold up. Mira, thank you very much for the Shaw. Hey, Hornet. It's my best friend. She's so cool. She's so cool. I bet Hornet could beat this. I bet Hornet would have beaten this room by now. Thank you so much for the 3-stream steak, Mira. Thank you for the Shaw. I wish I was as cool as Hornet. I can't wait to start playing Silksong and discover that, oh no, suddenly Hornet's bad at everything because I'm controlling Hornet. That'd be hilarious. Homer says, I'm slowly turning into a grandma. I bought a new cardigan. Listen, there's nothing grandma coded about cardigans specifically. Cardigans are just comfy and practical and cute. I love cardigans. You should see the worn out, super oversized old cardigan that I doot around the house in when it's cold. It is like a blanket that I can wear. I keep trying to find new cardigans that will fit the bill of this cardigan because it is definitely like it's wearing out. It's many years old. It's very vintage at this point. And it's real. I find it really hard to find cardigans that have the right sort of like shape and slouch and like, I don't know, drape to them. And when I do, I'm very picky about materials that they're made of, so I'm having a hard time. Basically, just gonna have to knit my own effectively at this point. So it goes. I wear wool socks too, says Home First. See, you just understand the importance of being comfy. Hello, Curb, welcome in. Surely no pain here. Nah, it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. We do a goof, we just pick up where we left, like that. We do a goof like that, we just pick up where we left off and we start again. It's fine. Absolutely no worries whatsoever. First time, says Curb? No. Oh, no. Worst time, yes. But I hate this area, so I never do it. I hate this area, so I never do it. Because that happens. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I'm taking a sip of my tea. Which remains strawberry rhubarb and strawberry cream all at once. Anyways, how's it going, Kerb? I hope you are well. Hope you're having a lovely Friday. I do hope to come back from my week away with lots of, like, fun stories to share. Whom's to knows, but I hope so. We had a fun story a couple nights ago where my moderator/spouse had an email from the hotel. It's not too where do I go and not too... I kind of like the path thing because it's a nice little platform challenge. It's not too where do I go and not too easy. It's definitely not too easy. Anyways, but I'm enjoying myself. This is my first time streaming it. Because, I don't know, I didn't think people would want to watch me just fail for 3 hours and then leave. Which is what you get, anyways. What was I saying? Oh yeah, my moderator/spouse got an email from our hotel being like, yeah, so your booking hasn't been confirmed because there was a problem with your bank card. You have until tomorrow morning to sort it out. And yeah, that was a little stressful for us. Cause like, his bank card was fine. There were literally no problems with it. But for some reason they weren't able to like pre-authorize it or something. Which is crappy and annoying. But, I don't know, possibly to do with like banks in other countries interacting with each other. I have no idea. This appears to be 0 out of 10 easy from my vantage point, says Mark. It's 0 out of 10 easy for me. Definitely 0 out of 10 easy for me. Blame Brexit, says Dan. Honestly, probably. We eventually did get it sorted with the hotel. Thank goodness. I was scared. I was scared in that, like, everything will eventually work out fine, but it's the uncertainty just ahead of, like, going on a, what for us is a fairly big trip, that is always a little bit, you know, it's like the time that, we were flying from London to Toronto. We had a flight booked. It was around Christmas time, a few days before Christmas. And, we got an email to say that was like, okay, your Icelandair flight has been canceled. And we were like, what? Hello? And then we got an email a few hours later that's like, booking confirmation, British Airways flight to Montreal. And we're like, what? Because, so there was a big snowstorm in Reykjavik, which meant that this was the day before we were flying out. There was a major snowstorm in Reykjavik, which means nothing was flying in and out of the country. So any Icelandair flights that had a stopover in Reykjavik rather than like direct flights to Toronto or points beyond, were being canceled and the passengers were being reallocated to, you know, other flights from other carriers on the same day. Fine. Fantastic. They did not notify us of this. They didn't send us an email or anything to say, here's what's happening. There's a big snowstorm in Iceland. We can't fly through Reykjavik, so we have booked you onto a different flight, you know, around the same time with British Airways that has a stopover in Montreal instead. And if they had told us that, it would have been fine. We just had an email to say that our flight was canceled. And here's a booking confirmation for a flight on an airline that we didn't expect to be flying with. We didn't know what the hell was going on. We didn't know when to turn up at the airport. Like, nothing. We had to go digging around, like, you know, like Googling stuff to try and figure out what the hell was going on. so annoying. So annoying. But just genuinely, like, terrifying because we were like, is this booking for sure? Like, are we getting on a flight? And we didn't know. It was terrible. The Netherlands actually have some weird and complicated banking rules from what I remember. It might be a combination of that and Brecht's dumb, says Dark. Yeah. I was actually reading recently that until recently, the primary, like, bank card service provider in the Netherlands was Maestro, which is very unusual. But it seems like that has kind of moved on a bit, so we should be fine with our cards, apparently. But that might have had something to do with the hotel being screwy. Anyways. Where was the bus with have your bank card randomly declined in the Netherlands on it, huh, Forrest? The stand? Yeah. Homefer says, I bought a new jacket. Ooh, nice! The price was a shock for me because I got used to shopping at thrift stores. It was like 40 euros for a jacket. Oh, boy. That's, like, I feel you that that's not even expensive. I see, oh god, there's expensive clothes. Like, when I don't really shop at, like, I don't shopping center, I don't go into a lot of high street shops and stuff, but sometimes I'm genuinely like, there's a clothing brand that I used to kind of like, and I've kind of mellowed on in the last couple of years, and part of the reason is that I'm like, I can see that they're relatively good quality garments, and I like the fact that they use a lot of natural materials and stuff, but on the other hand, you're charging £250 for a dress. I have never paid full price for anything from this shop, by the way. You're charging £250 for a dress, right? The dress has like a stripe pattern, and it's made up of more than one piece of fabric that have been sewn together. The stripe pattern does not match. So where the fabric pieces have been joined together, the stripe pattern does not like flow continuously from one to another. There's a bit of like a sort of, it's offset, which to me is the mark of they didn't put enough care into making the garment to make sure that the fabric pattern matches. Or maybe they're trying to save money by cutting the fabric in a way such that, you know, like the pattern doesn't match. And that's fine. That you don't have to do that. But if you're charging 3 figures for a garment, I expect that you should go to the effort of making sure that you've done things like pattern matching on your printed fabrics. Like, the stripes should not be offset. They should match each other as best as you can. And if you're not doing that, I just feel like what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? For that price point. That said, I did go through their website a little while ago, and effectively what I ended up doing was allocating this. I think this is where fashion is at the moment, I suppose, but I was just like, okay, trying to figure out what 90s Star Trek characters I could see wearing the following garments as, like, civvies. Which says something for the fashion sense, really. That being said, the benefit of the 90s having been 10 years ago is that sometimes I now look at some of the, like, 90s Star Trek civvies and I'm like, you know, actually that does look kind of great. I love that a bit. Whereas back in the day, I was like, oh god, this is terrible. This is all terrible. I don't know if that's growth or regression on my part. I just don't know. Ow. Okay, my wrist is starting to hurt. So we're probably going to call it fairly soon because ow. Most of my clothes are from thrift stores. Some are years old. And one shirt, I don't even know where I got it. Oh, those are the best, home first. I love the I genuinely don't know where this garment came from garments. Good stuff. I too love a good, like, charity shop find. Though lately I've kind of been less charity shops and more making my own. That's my preference, it's just like homemade. Which is why I'm working on something right now. But I do hand sew. I don't own a sewing machine, so things take forever. Because I can only do so much handwork before my hands start to hurt. So, you know. I really wanna make it out of this area, at least, before the end of the stream, but I don't think it's gonna happen, y'all. I don't think that's happening for us. I don't know if that's happening for us. Oh no. Well, as I said, you tried and you failed. The lesson there is never try. Okay. And yet, here I'm trying again. Nope. Nope. Taking a sip of my tea. Anyways. Okay. That's more like it. That's not like it. Given that there are no benches or saving anywhere in here, you might as well stop sooner and save your hands, I suggest, but only when you want to, of course. Are you asking me to end? Is this just absolute, is this torture to watch? I know it's not, I kid. But yeah. We're not getting anywhere, are we? That's okay. Please be nice. I'm fine to keep watching. It's very kind. Oh, Homer says I made Moomin Mama's apron once. After that, I haven't touched a sewing machine. That's so cute, though. I would love a Moomin Mama apron. That's adorable. Unless we plan to keep the game running for 2 weeks. No. It's just, I don't know. I find genuinely, believe it or not, I am somewhat of a better game when I'm not doing it with a live audience. Somewhat. Not a lot, but, you know. Anyways, having a nice time, though. Just the gentle music, repetition. It's pleasant. Yeah, I think sometimes people forget that, I don't think anyone here does, but I think sometimes people in general forget that, like, when you're doing something with a live audience, it adds a layer of difficulty to whatever you're doing. Your attention is divided because someone is observing you. It's harder to excel when you're being witnessed, I think. I've always found in like day job situations that it's a lot harder for me to do good to do good. It's harder for me to do well at my job if I'm being micromanaged, and I think it's for the same reason. It's like, no, I have an audience. I'm gonna be horrible at this. So that's a whole other layer of awfulness, micromanagement. Like, I've been in jobs where they're very obsessed with, like, metrics. Like, everything has to be laid out in metrics. And you wind up in a situation where you're having to spend time tracking how much time it takes you to complete any task. And it ends up taking you longer to do everything because you're having to spend time trying to figure out how long it took you to do the thing instead of just doing the thing and moving on. And having to, like, note that down for the metrics. Terrible. I hate metrics. Get in the bin. That said, you know, actually just yesterday I was reminiscing about the fact that I once saw the band Metric perform in the basement of the university of the city I lived in back in Canada. It's not the university I went to, but it's the university of the city I lived in. It was a great show. No, that is not what I meant to do. Shoot. My moderator slash spouse also saw the band Metric in the city we currently live in. It was at a venue on Cowley Road that I have only been to this venue once, and oh god, in the span of time between my moderator slash spouse seeing Metric at this venue and me going to see Daughter at this venue, they did absolutely nothing to fix the acoustics of that venue because the acoustics are terrible. I couldn't see anything. I couldn't hear anything. And we ended up leaving early because we couldn't see or hear anything. They had these extremely broken, very old TV screens up so that people who weren't crushed right at the front of the stage could actually see what was going on. And they were so broken it looked like what people remember old VHS tapes looking like. Not what old VHS tapes actually look like, but what people remember them looking like, so like extra shitty. And it was so sad because, like, I really liked that band. And even then I didn't really go to live shows that often. But yeah, we ended up leaving early and going and getting ice cream across the road because it was just like, what even is the point of this? You can't see anything. We can't really hear anything. I don't know if the venue has improved since then because I don't really go see live music anymore. Because I'm old and tired and I kind of became unused to loud spaces and large crowds post-COVID and stuff, so... Shoot. Well, so it goes. Anyways, let's try again. Okay, that didn't count. That did not count. Never mind. Anyways, okay. Alright. I'm looking forward to making myself a nice coffee after stream. I think I'm going to make myself an AeroPress of, we have a coffee that is... we have a coffee that is a blend, I think, of Colombian and Ethiopian coffees. It's very nice. It's got notes of sort of, there's like a berry fruitiness and also like caramel taste to it. It's very pleasant. Sorry I wasn't listening properly, and you already said. I don't think I have. Where am I visiting in stream absence? I'm going to Amsterdam for a few days. It's not very far away, and I've never been there. My moderator slash spouse has been once, but it was like, he was there for like a few hours on a trip that he was taking on his university course. So that was a few years ago, because it's been quite some time since I was at university. And he graduated a fair few years before I did. So, yeah, so I think that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to the fact that there aren't very many hills to walk up. And I'm looking forward to the public transit systems. There's trams and a metro, which is always exciting and fun. I'm really hopeful that the lifts in the metro station don't all smell of weed. We visited one city where I swear all the trams in the metro, like all of the lifts in the every metro station that we had to pass through had a distinct smell of urine, and it was not pleasant. But that was a different city, so hopefully this one will be fine. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm already planning one leg of the journey around getting to visit an art supplies shop. As you do. So that'll be fun. And maybe I'll treat myself to some gouache. Impending dental bills be damned. I'm allowed paint, right? I don't feel like I am, but nope. I threw up in Vondelpark in Amsterdam in 1999. Oh, gross. Okay, well, so we're gonna not go there just in case it's still nasty. That's unpleasant, Dan. I'm so sorry. I shan't press for details because I don't think I want them. But oh dear. Anyways, I'm sorry to hear that. That's an unprecious memory. Most definitely. Hopefully we'll both be fine from that perspective. I'm looking forward to... There's a photography museum that we're visiting, and it has a cafe, and I'm looking forward to that. I think that'll be nice. And I found not one, but 2 gluten-free bakeries, so I'm excited for that as well. And yeah, I am not planning to, genuinely my travel itineraries probably really annoy people, because I'm like, oh, what are you going to do and see? And I'm like, well, I'm looking forward to getting some really good Indonesian fried rice, I hope. And I am genuinely looking forward to hopefully having some very good Indonesian fried rice. That's normal, right? Okay, alright, okay. Oh boy, okay, alright. There's a saw blade there! You got this, just keep trying, says Nicholas. I'm literally about to give up. Your holiday is your own, live your life, says Dan. Anne Frank House and Van Gogh Museum were good, and the Heineken Brewery. Ooh. We don't drink beer, but that sounds fun. Anyways, I've never made it as far as the saw blade. So, that's exciting. Update. There's a saw blade there. How in the goddamn do you get past the saw blade? That's the furthest we've made it into the thing today. Anyways, thank you, Nicholas. I appreciate the vote of confidence. I really do. And I hope you're well. I hope you're having a lovely Friday. We're probably actually going to end fairly soon, I'm afraid. But, it's been fun. If nothing else, I hope people remember me for my, frankly, stupid tenacity. I am nothing if not tenacious. Anyways, Nicholas, it took me an hour or 2 in my first run. Oh, that's really good. It goes up and down. Well, we might not get there again before the end of stream. But that's okay. Thank you. We're back here again. Okay. No, 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 no. Nope. What platform am I on? Currently, I'm on the first platform of the Path of Pain. Unless you mean what am I playing this on, in which case I'm on my PC. Forgot that was there. Basically, my brain is porridge at this point, so I'm going to have to leave soon and go eat food. Weirdly, I feel like my hands have stopped repetitive straining so bad. Don't know how that's happening. Yeah, gaming device. Yeah, I'm on PC. Anyways, go. Yes, good. Okay. Sometimes these things are just placed in really horrible locations. Because that's the other thing about those stupid little floaty dudes is they float around. They're not always in exactly the same spot. They're not static. And sometimes that can be to one's advantage, and sometimes that means you bump into them. User error? Yes. Skill issue? Most definitely. But listen. Listen, it's mean. Okay. I feel like I should have stopped when he got to the spinning saw, that spinning saw blade, because we're not going to make it further than that today. Let's be real. Let's be for real, for real. Like, we ain't. Told you. Okay. My mindset is fine. Anyway. Nope. Alright. I said I was gonna end early because my hands were hurting because of the repetitive strain, so, I've gone for the amount of time that I would normally stream anyway, so I'm gonna call it for today. But thank you all for hanging out with me. Let's see if we can find someone we can do a little raid on. We have a new follow. We have a follow. Who just followed? Why is it not coming up in my thing? I missed it. But thank you so much for the follow. Thank you, thank you. And Nicholas, thank you for the follow as well. Thank you very much indeed. But yes, thank you, friends. Let's see if we can find someone to do a little raid on. For funsies. Would be okay. Can I? Okay, I don't know why. That stream is. My mouse is being a little bit broken. I do apologize. But let's see who we can do a little raid on. Who's doing stuff? Okay. Okay. Ah, lovely little adventure. Hello, welcome in. Thank you for the. Sorry, I missed you earlier. Thank you for the follow. Can't believe you just got back. Just got back and you're leaving SMH. My head says, Mira. I am so sorry. I have to go get lunch. I will not be here next week, by the way. I do apologize for that. I will be in another country. And I'm looking forward to that, but so it goes. Anyways, I think we should raid someone who's doing a game stream because we did game today. So let me see. Let me just make sure that Pixel's not just about to end. Ooh, nice. Okay. And they're doing okay. It's not Hollow Knight stream, but they are playing Yakuza, which is very fun. So that'll be nice. I'm going to Amsterdam, by the way. So looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to having some good coffee. There's some good coffee to be had, apparently, so I'm looking forward to that. pop some fight notes in the chat. If you have the emotes, feel free to grab the emotes with the raid message. If you don't, you can just say generic raid message if you'd like to. Pixel is fun. For some reason, there we go. Okay. Have a fun Halsons show. Thank you so much. I'm gonna miss y'all. I'm gonna miss y'all a ton, but I hope you have a nice week next week and a good weekend this weekend. I'll be back a week on Monday doing a regular, normal old art stream. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching, and have a good one, everybody. Take care. Goodbye, and a good Friday.